welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, this is my diamond climbing series where I'll be climbing from platinum to diamond with Graves in the jungle. And we're going to keep our win rate above 76% the whole way there. And I'm going to review each game for you. So yeah, you can kind of gain some insight on how I climb through Emerald mainly and get to diamond with a very high win rate. So at the moment we're in Emerald 2 and we're sitting on a 77% win rate with Graves. I just thought I'd do a quick review on my stats. So yeah, you guys can see this as well, full clarity. But yeah, we'll head into game number 22 now. Jumping right into things, we're going to start on our red buff. We're matched up into a Kindred in this particular game, so yeah, we're basically just going to be fighting for first crab. I got that early ward in. I didn't actually start recording this match until I was taking my red buff, so that's why this video is kind of cut a little bit, but that's okay. I'm pathing away from Ornn in this. Yeah, I'm going to path away from Ornn in this game. Basically just allow him to farm up, use his Doran shield. There's nothing we can really do to kill Renekton, unless Renekton is just completely griefing. And then Mel and Malzahar is a reasonably safe lane, so it's going to be hard to pressure that lane unless you kind of have ultimate abilities up. Yeah, and maybe if Malzahar is getting some poke off and Mel's just not that great, then you can probably look to hover those lanes. So it's always worth just, you can see that we can check those health bars, like Ornn's getting low on the top side. It's always worth doing that with Mel as well, so you can see if she's getting out poked, maybe she'll need a little bit of help in lane to just allow her to farm, but usually like it just depends on the matchup. Like Malzahar Mel is just like a farming style lane. So we're not respecting Zoe's MIA at all. They're trying really hard for this crab contest. This is why it's important to maintain stacks. So I've got 5 stacks for this fight, and I'm just using the orb there to help maintain the stacks. Now we're on crab with 6 stacks, so I'm pretty confident I can take on any little skirmishes that happen here. We've got a Soraka as well. It was a nice roam from bot lane in these circumstances. Always make sure that you're monitoring where the support is and where your support and maybe your bot lane is. If they're not going to move and the enemy support moves, it's going to be a 1 versus 2, and it's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to win that battle. So don't grief for the crab, just hand it over if that's the case. I was confident that I could make that crab play happen. We're just going to give over Kindred. We're going to give over the crab to Kindred in the top side. Because like you can't defend that mark forever. It's going to put me out of tempo if I go for it. So it's actually better for me to continue my pathing towards the bot side. We need to make sure that Ornn is not overextending there though. He's in an extremely risky position, especially matched up into a Renekton. I would not be surprised if he got ganked and died there, but yeah, clearly Kindred just went for the mark. Maybe just straight back into a full clear. Needs to fast track her jungle clear so that she's on tempo to catch up to me. I think I'm just rushing this dragon knowing that their bot lane went base and that Kindred's behind on tempo because she went for the crab and the mark. So this gives me an opportunity to take off this drag very sneakily. These opportunities should always be looked for. Shouldn't really show up for this. Because Kindred's going to be in this area and we're low. Mel's going to die. Yeah, it's just a risky play, so just fall back. I'm not going to go straight for that mark either, because Kindred would have seen that I was at like 45% health from the Zoe. So I'm going to farm up from my wolves down. This also continues your, like it cycles your paths correctly. So when you do reset, go for your top side quadrant, you're coming back into your bot side quadrant and your wolves are spawning before Grom. But yeah, I just heal on wolves and then move into Grom. You can see Kindred actually pulled my blue over as well. So that was one of the reasons why I did what I did, because I knew she was going to push into my bot side quadrant to kill me if I went for that. Yeah, if I went for the Grom, and she'd probably just steal it off me. So be careful not to throw in these instances. Just going to stay on tempo. I'm not going to overforce anything in the bot side. I couldn't actually kill that ward because the red buff was just standing right on it. But we just have to respect Renekton's priority. Waiting for that E to come up. Gonna let Ornn know as well so he doesn't think I'm just trolling. Yeah, I went base accordingly earlier because I knew Kindred would have pushed into my top side. And she was on my Krugs. That's why we're trying to stay on tempo with our clear speed. Just make sure you're recycling camps as soon as they're spawning. So yeah, I'm just rotating into their bot side quadrant, knowing all this drama is going to continue happening in the top with Renekton's priority, and they're going to want to push for grubs. The best thing I can do is just trade off the bot side. What's on the bot side of the map for grubs. I took the dragon anyway, so well done to them. We may be able to pick up a kill on this Ashe. We don't have the greatest diving potential, but if Varus hits an ult, then yeah, we can. Beautiful ult from Varus. It's kind of what we were expecting. I'm just going to continue farming. Graves thrives with gold and XP. We always want to make sure you're getting as much farm as possible and still showing up. There's like a fine line between farming, ganking, and objectives, as I always explain. So yeah, keeping an eye on Dragon as well with how much gold we have. We can purchase Yomis, have that item power spike. And we will be ready to fight. Renekton just overstaying for way too long. Wanting to kill Ornn. You'll find like most players make mistakes like this, and if you just farm and stay on tempo, you'll pick up kills along the way just from other people making the mistakes, and you just pick up on the mistakes they're making, and it gives you free kills. It's hard to explain, but once you get in that rhythm, you'll understand. I'm not too worried about losing the second Drake. It's kind of why I just pathed into my top side. Went for the Renekton instead. It's okay to give away like 1 or 2 of the first Drakes. I would never recommend inting and throwing everything away just for a dragon or something in the bot lane, in the first half of the match. It's a bit of a fiesta, this game. It's very important not to get caught up in the fiesta. Keep recycling camps. Don't go for stupid plays that don't give you anything off the back of it. Like a kill means nothing really with like the shared XP. Like you get a bit of gold, and the shared gold as well is just terrible. Like you get more XP and more gold off just taking the camps that are respawning, especially if you're recycling them. Yeah, like if you're just constantly recycling them, getting that rhythm going. Nearly outplayed Kindred. It's a major thing to pay attention to when Malzahars burn their flash. No, they're just a sitting duck without flash.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, gauging. Always look at your team comp. Gauge what champions you have. Are they late game champs? Are they early game champs? How are you going to play around an early game champ? How are you going to play around a late game champ? Which champions are your win condition? So which champions should you play for as well? Like, and you've also got to factor in like the skill set of that player. Like, are you going to put all your effort, energy, and time into a win condition champion that doesn't have a good pilot behind the seat of that champion? It's essential to make sure you're also watching people's skill set as the game progresses and be like, okay, well that player made this, play. If I can get them fed, what other plays can they make? But if they're just AFKing, don't feed them gold. Just trying to get Enough gold for Collector. I can base in time for Dragon. I don't have camps up on the map. I don't really want this fight to happen, if I'm being honest. This is just... Sometimes this happens. Like, now I lose ult. Like, I'm clearly just trying to get gold and go base for Collector and get Dragon. But now we're going to lose Rift and Dragon. Probably because my team's muted my pings, because most players in Emerald and above just mute pings and play their own game, which is fair enough. But if you're not playing with toxic teammates, toxic players, it's actually more beneficial to have pings on, because you can see when people flash. You don't always have to be monitoring each and every champion to see when they flash. You can utilize your supports pings and comms. And yeah, you can also just utilize jungle comms. Like, the jungler is the most aware player in the game. They're monitoring every lane constantly. Well, they should be in this elo anyway. So if they're not toxic, don't mute them. Like jungle. But people queue up tilted, and that's the issue. If you're queuing up and you're tilted, you already lost the game before you hit play. I'm not even joking. The mindset is just, you're going in with the complete wrong mindset. Go for a walk, have a little break from the game. Go do something that you enjoyed doing for like 20 minutes to half an hour. Reset. Oh shit. Reset your mentality. Come back and I guarantee your win rate will start climbing. And you'll also have more clarity on what you need to do to win the game. I'm not even joking. You'd be surprised what a positive mental does.
Enemy killing spree.
See, I chose not to fight Malzahar in that top side with Ornn. We didn't have much kill pressure. Yes, Ornn had ult. I didn't have ult. I didn't want to overforce anything. I had gold to spend, and Kindred was hovering too. So if I go in there, we die. And what's it for? Like, we would have just died for one kill on Malzahar. And he doesn't even have a bounty. If you're doing, and if you're making plays like this, then yeah, you need to stop and just think about what you're going to gain from going for that kill. And most of the time, like, it's pointless. So make sure if you're doing that, there's an objective on the map, and getting that kill will be worth it, because you can then take the objective off the back of getting that kill. So we're starting to get pushed into our towers now. It's starting to look like a loss. Really. We're making, like, this play is terrible. Trying to secure my jungle without prio. I don't type. I'm going to type, which is not... This isn't good. I'm just complaining about Mel. She's a bit of a bot, so just as long as it's not too negative. We just want to stay focused. What are we going to do next? What's going to turn this game around and lead us to a victory? Is there shutdowns? What objectives can we defend? Maybe they make a mistake taking Baron, and we can capitalize off an ace and stealing Baron. Or likewise for the dragon that's about to spawn. Can we get a pick before this dragon? Or can they get a pick on me? See, they have my... I'm too predictable there. They have my full top side watered out. And I was just being watched. What was the point in Mel checking that bush? So you can assume Baron's gone. I'm surprised if they should take Baron here. Be very surprised if they didn't, and if they didn't, they're trolling. Yep. So Renekton's forcing pressure, which is going to drag champions towards him so they can just capitalize off Renekton's pressure and Baron, basically. So we just need to rush dragon. Or get a pick. They would most likely have to reset, not having Renekton there. Oh no, I smited the Kindred. Probably not the play, but... we get Baron at least. Yeah, Soraka didn't heal me. They should just get the dragon and get out. This Mel is practically AFK, so I'm just pinging her. I mean, this isn't like what you want to do as a jungler. Don't ping, even if you're frustrated. Like, clearly I was in this match. This is a good way to get yourself muted, and you know it's going hand in hand with what I was saying before. You don't want to get muted as a jungler. You want your team to be listening to your comms and shot calls, because you could be calling for a dragon that's on and your team's got you muted and they're not going to show up because you're a twat. So yeah, just don't spam ping people. They're going to get frustrated. As hard as it can be sometimes, even if they're AFK and they're a complete bot, you just got to try and stay focused and like play with that hand you have been dealt, which is completely cooked sometimes. And yeah, some games you just can't win, but in those games, the best thing you can do is stay positive and play to the best of your ability, no matter what the outcome is going to be. As long as you play to the best of your ability, you know full well that you did everything on your behalf to try and win that game, then that's all you could do. Not every game is winnable, but you can keep your win rate high by following a positive mindset like this. Because like the rebound game, you're going to go into that next game knowing that you played damn good and you're playing good today, so the next game there's a slim chance that you're going to lose again, unless you just get dealt another terrible hand. So the game's at a bit of a stalemate. You still want to just maintain farm and just look for overall picks. Like, they're trying to do that on me right now. That's why that Malzahar's teleporting in. It's a bit of a mistake from Malzahar. There's no point in teleporting there, because if they kill me, what are they going to get from it? So we force the TP away from Malzahar right before dragon spawning. And I feel like the enemy's slowly getting impatient. Gonna recycle my camps before this dragon spawns. Make sure I'm putting them on cooldown. Mel. Oh, and Mel has done something. And look. Now that Mel has become active, the game is starting to turn in our favor. So that's great news. Yeah, what you don't want to do is maybe if that Mel was playing bad, Mel needed to scale a bit and she believes that she can't do anything until she's scaled at 25 minutes, then she can start aiming abilities at people. Just make sure you don't tilt her off, like to the point where she actually does not want to play the game when she thinks her champion's at a point that she can start using abilities on the enemy. You want her to at least show up at some stage of the game. We need to start looking for this Baron play. Can use overlaps, try and get a pick. We can utilize the fact that Malzahar doesn't have teleport. If we can get a pick, that'll create a 5v4. And then we can take Baron free. You need to make sure you're not going bot side for that farm. You're resetting, spending gold, and being in the vicinity of your teammates and Baron right now. If you go bot side, in that scenario, they're going to look to kill your team. Your team's going to flame you, and then they're going to take Baron as well as kill 4 of your teammates. Especially when you're one of the highest damage dealers on your team. If you're playing Graves, you want to be there for your team to add that DPS into your team fight. Yeah, so I don't want to get caught out there. That's a perfect time to use Flash. We get caught by the Zoe, CC'd. If I die, that's going to create an overlap for them. That's going to create a smiteless, friendly team, and they're going to get a Baron for free. You don't want to be on a death timer at this point in the game, that's for sure. So we got that pick on Zoe. Might be able to get a pick on Malz. He's got his TP back. Yep. Oh, we nearly get Soraka killed. But we're going to utilize Zoe's death timer. And even just starting the Baron, you can pull the enemies towards you because they want to come out of hiding. They want to come out from underneath their towers to try and steal the Baron. This is a good way to get picks. Half the team might have half the team muted. And then the ADC or someone might come out, their support, to try and steal the Baron. They're not listening to pings. They've got people muted. Everyone else is pinging them back saying, no, don't go for the Baron. And then, yeah, you end up picking them because they've just got everyone muted and their communication was completely off. And the whole idea was completely off because their team wanted to give the Baron and they wanted to steal it. But yeah, you can see that dragged everyone. Most of the time as well, like if you go, like the game's not over if we get Baron there. But they feel, the enemies feel like the game is going to be over if we get Baron. The worst thing that they did was all come to Baron, try to steal Baron, and then we get the kills on them as well, because then it puts them on the death timer. We also get their bot side quadrant. We get the kills, we get the Baron, we get the tower. So we just completely capitalize off all of their death timers as well. So sometimes it's better to just give the Baron and then like secure your bot side quadrant, secure your farm, stay on the map, get as much gold and XP as you can, and get ready to defend against the Baron. So I'm not going to overforce with Baron right now. The main thing is like, we just took it off the map. It goes onto a cooldown. There's no need for me to just run mid and try and push these towers down. I'm going to go for Salt. I'm going to get as much gold as I possibly can. I'm going to make sure I'm as strong as possible before showing up for this dragon. I'm not going to burn ult, smite, all that stuff. I'm going to go B. I'm not going to fall for this Kindred kill. Like, if Mel started pinging, let's kill Kindred. No, I'm going for this dragon. I don't care about the kill. Spending gold. I'm going for the dragon. So we get the soul. Nicely done. Try not to die. Got the Soraka to heal. So you want to abuse Soraka, especially late game. Don't be scared. Your health bar is so much bigger than what you think it is if you have a Soraka in your team. And just monitor how good this Soraka is throughout the game. And that's going to give you a good indication of the limits you can push with the team fight or with the skirmish when you have Soraka next to you. I'm just tanking a couple of hits. We've got Soraka to heal, so there's no need to let that tower just kill all of our minions. I want to try and maintain healthy minions because they help do damage to these objectives towers. Don't overextend. We're pinging him back. Best thing I can do is just fall back. We got the inhib. Now what can we do next? We can't end the game. It's trolling if we die. We're going to take off. Yeah, we're going to take what we can off the map before going base. We're not going to give them any sort of leg up. If we ever extend, we try to get those Nexus towers. Maybe we get aced. Gives them all this gold. And then all of a sudden the game's flipped. They can get Baron. They end the game off Baron. You just lost the game because you decided to go for those Nexus towers. I'm not even kidding. You can lose a game off one decision like that. So it's there's a very very fine line between ending a game in this position. Safest thing you can do is just wait for this Baron to spawn. If they get a pick or two kills on it, like this Mal's, if they get someone else, you can end the game off that, or you could probably use this mid wave now. Someone might get caught out. What I'm going to do, though, is pressure this mid wave. Because they're going to be sending everyone to the top side. If I show mid, they're going to have to send Renekton to me in the mid wave to stop me from getting Nexus towers. And then that is going to give us the opportunity to take this top tower. So we're just alerting them. Making sure they're aware that Drake's about to spawn. Don't overextend. Don't tower dive. Don't do anything stupid. Let's play for the Baron. There goes the Ashe ult. We don't have Mel, so I'm a little bit skeptical of going in there. Just going to use the top, mid, and bot pressure to take Baron for free. Utilize Mel in that bot lane. Free Baron. Now you can start to pressure. Close the game out. Take red. Don't see this Mel is like win trading or something. Yeah, no funny business, just gonna flash out. Probably just gonna have to back away and go for the dragon. Because Mel died, I mean... Yeah, it's 4v5 in their favor, but... I mean, we could probably just take the top inhib, play it safe, go for the Elder Dragon. So we just start pushing that bot wave in. Naturally, top and mid will push themselves in with the inhibs down. So we just got to give a bit of assistance in the bot lane wave to push it in. And that'll just create pressure in the bot side. I'll have to send someone for it if they want. Yeah, if they wanted to protect themselves against any teleport plays. See that top wave? Could almost teleport onto that and end with the one Nexus, the tower defending the inhib, the Nexus. Yeah, that's pretty much GG now. You can see we just played extremely safe. What's the rush? I know you want to queue up and get straight into the next game. But patience is genuinely the key to this game. You don't need to end the game in 24 minutes every single game. Like it's always stated in YouTube, like, oh, master tier players finish games in 25 minutes on average. Like, sometimes you just can't end the game that fast. If you do, you're just gonna end up basically throwing your leads away, and then the game's gonna flip and you're gonna lose just because you tried too hard to end. Don't be a try-hard, basically. Just play with your head, keep a positive mindset, and you'll keep a high win rate. You do not need those crazy mechanics that Korean players have. I can guarantee you. Yeah, just play smart, play positive, and play patient. So yeah, Emerald 2, 20, and we just got 23 LP. I'm reporting her. Yeah, whatever.